Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You are tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports radio station KCAA, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Podchaser, Amazon Music, Audible, iTunes, TuneIn, eLive, Rumble, and more. And I am Dr. Marissa, your host and producer of this show, who is on a happy 88 mission. 88 million more happy people in the next 8 years. And I would like you to not be spending your day talking about scandal or gossip or K-words. No Kanye talk at all. Instead, I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. And to help you start your day in the best possible way, we're going to take a bite of my gratitude sandwich, a little practice we started since I went live 2 weeks ago. Thanks to my fabulous engineers in studio, Sam and Polly. I wanted to bring some things into the show that I wasn't doing before, and taking a bite of my gratitude sandwich is one of them. And what that is, if you're hearing it for the first time, is I want you to take a breath with me. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Soft shoulder, soft elbow, soft knees. Don't close your eyes if you're driving. Another deep breath in. And releasing all the stories and the drama. And one last deep breath in. Connecting with me through Chi, eternal energy, the breath of life that connects us all. No beginning, no end. And 8 specific things now that you are grateful for. So I'll do it, and you can do it out loud as well to whoever's around you or to yourself, or you can type it and you can say it out loud. If there's no one around you, that's okay. And I'm going to start with, I'm grateful for technology that allows me to bring you this show even when I'm speaking in San Diego. I'm grateful that I have a guest coming up who's going to talk about acupuncture and a new health helper called hydrogen. And I'm grateful for my speedy little car, Panda, my Mazda Miata that's black and white that looks like a panda and loves to drive fast. Don't want to hear anything about Asian woman drivers. I'm grateful for the ability to do this show for 516 consecutive weeks. That's the start of this week. I'm grateful that I just need to open my mouth and talk about happiness, and then I feel good too. I'm grateful that I'm one of the 8% on the planet that has a roof over their head, food in the fridge, and money in my wallet. I'm grateful for eyes that I can watch the sunset and the beautiful colors from Mother Nature. And I love that I get to see birds flying in formation, which is one of my favorite things that I love to see. I promise if you make this part of your daily hashtag Blisscipline, I love that term. I'll give it credit where credit is due. That's from my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith, who you can blame actually for my honorable moniker, the Asian Oprah. I was introduced to Oprah as the Asian Oprah by him. And a Blisscipline that allows you to start your day instead of scrolling and seeing all the bad news that's going on and what's wrong with people or people that you want to find to argue with. Instead, you're starting with gratitude. A spoonful of gratitude makes life a joyride with many stops. So that's the top of my gratitude sandwich. And then what you're going to do, I'm not going to check on you, but before you go to bed, what I'd like you to do is 8 appreciations about yourself. So that is to prevent you from having a bad night's sleep, because a lot of us, left to our own devices, think about what we didn't get done. And if you're a perfectionist like I am, I'm a recovering perfectionist, we're thinking about all the things we didn't get done, or what criticism we got, even though we got 99 compliments, all the things that keep us from getting a good night's sleep. So I want you to replace that with 8 appreciations about yourself. And I'll do 3 that I did last night. I appreciate that I have a great sense of humor and love to laugh at myself. I'm grateful that I know the value of being alive, and I'm grateful that I know how to make myself feel better. And all of those things I appreciate about myself. So I promise, if you start this Happy 88 Good Life habit, 21 consecutive days, you will start to feel better. All right. And so what's up for the show today? Well, first I want to let you know a wonderful show that we're having on Friday. Some of you know that I had the fabulous Marion Ross, Mrs. Cunningham from Happy Days, on my show. She came live in studio. She was 89 at the time, and fabulous looking, fabulous, just an incredible person. Fell in love with her. And her publicist, my favorite publicist, Harlan Ball, he offered up her son. So he is coming live in studio this Friday. So I wanted to let you know. And so I'll be replaying her interview on Wednesday, as I'm down in San Diego this week, speaking at the Secret Knox conference with Greg Reed and a whole host of amazing people. So I thought I would prep you for Friday's interview on Wednesday. And then, Tuesdays and Thursdays are compliment and caller Tuesday, Thursday. I'm going to try to do it live from San Diego. We'll see what happens. And I'm excited of the possibility to do that. And when we come back from break, I'm going to play an interview that I did in Washington, D.C. Since it is still Women's History Month, I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back and re-show an interview that was done highlighting me as one of their Women's History Month highlights. I was absolutely honored and floored. The multi-Emmy award-winning producer, Terry Tolliver, actually came down to the studio to see me being interviewed for just a short, and I'll show that one as well. So practicing what I teach, which is to celebrate those things that are good about yourself and trying to be less critical of who you are. And then after that, for the second half of the show, I have a special guest whose name is Yukari Oshima. She's an acupuncturist, massage therapist, energy medicine practitioner, and she works with the Center of New Medicine in Irvine, California, the biggest holistic cancer center in North America. She's Japanese, first-generation immigrant, a single mom with 2 daughters, and the founder of Izumio Hydrogenized Therapy. That's for the last half of the show. So keep it tuned here on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on NBC News Radio, KCAA, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere, including my YouTube channel, which we're very close to 250,000 views now. And you will get, if you free subscribe, an alert at 8 a.m. weekday mornings for my live show, as well as my red carpet playlist. I've got fabulous interviews on the red carpet, the ones you know about already if you've been listening: Halle Berry, John Travolta, and Quincy Jones. I've got Lieutenant Uhura. I've got gold medalists. I've got Grammy Award-winning performers like Arturo Sandoval and Melissa Etheridge. So you name it, it's there. And you can also enjoy my past 663, I believe, we're on shows. So make sure you free subscribe there. And the Asian Oprah giveaway today is a copy of my children's book. It's a coloring book that helps kids explore and draw their feelings. It's great for parents like me who were taught not to feel and want to help their kids express their feelings. I'm honored to be acknowledged by the autism community, and I'm grateful that my daughters, I captured their drawings when they were 5 and 7, so they're the illustrators. And it's one of my products that helps my nonprofit, 8 Ways to Happiness, which helps kids, teens, and young adults who have temporarily forgotten their birthright to happiness. So for the Asian Oprah giveaway today, the first person that goes to drmarissa.life and puts down mommy in the subject line will get a download of this beautiful children's book that helps with donations to my nonprofit. And you can see they drew this. This is called Mommy, What is Frustrated? And I'm so grateful for all the wonderful comments that I've got on this. And you can pick that up on my donation page at my website, drmarissa.life, if you're not the winner. And if you donate $20, you'll get a free copy of that book and help as well. If you are temporarily short on funds, you can also help when you are shopping for your daily necessities, wink, wink, nod, nod, on Amazon. If you go to Smile Amazon and put in 8 Ways to Happiness, then every purchase you make there will allow Amazon to benefit my nonprofit. So thank you ahead of time for that. Now, as promised, I'm going to show you a couple of interviews that I did in Washington, D.C., selected as Women's History Month highlight, as well as my morning interview that led to that on Fox 5 DC. Enjoy.
Okay. Well, she has been dubbed the Asian Oprah, and she just wants all of us to be happy. That's the idea for Dr. Marissa Pay's new book called 8 Ways to Be Happy. And she says the book is for anyone who has stopped asking themselves, am I happy? In its 8 chapters, the book helps people through everything from loneliness and loss to heartbreak. And Dr. Pay doesn't just give advice in the book, she's also on the radio. But this morning, she is right here on the East Coast with us. Welcome.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here.
You know what? And I have to be honest, I choose to be happy.
So I'm preaching to the choir.
Yeah, you're preaching, but we all need that little refresher.
Yes.
First of all, for those of us who are not familiar with your radio work and, you know, the whole thing, we have to know, just give us that little elevator speech. Tell us all about
Sure.
you.
Well, they do call me Dr. Marissa. I was introduced to Oprah as the Asian Oprah by Michael Bernard Beckwith, who wrote the foreword to the book. And so I've had this talk radio TV show called Take My Advice. I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. It won the 2016 Podcast of the Year Top 10 in Health Award.
I love it.
And so I'm an organizational psychologist by education. And I go around to companies and organizations to have more joy and less stress at work.
Right.
So working through those human tendencies like power, politics, miscommunication, and conflict, things that get in the way of joy and happiness at work.
You know what I just said?
Yes.
Because every now and then, and I guess I'll call you Dr. Marissa now and not Dr. Pay.
There you go.
Every now and then I get I know the secret of life.
Yes.
Isn't that weird? Like every now and then, and then typically I forget it. But here's what the last thing that I came up with. If we can blend, I was looking at a picture of myself with my girlfriends from 30 years ago.
Right.
If we could blend the smile I had in that picture with my everyday life and the obligations and career and all that, when we blend that, if we can get there, I believe that's the secret of life.
And we spend more time at work than we do at home.
Right.
Why is it that most of us hate our jobs or hate going to work and just going to work for the paycheck? That's sort of the norm right now.
Sure.
And so my whole deal and my whole splattering and spreading of more hope and happiness is centered on the fact that we have a birthright to feel good and to be happy.
Agreed.
88% of the time. Now, not 100% because then you'll be dead, right? But 88 most of the time, and we've lost that belief, or we've bought into the BS, the belief system, that we're supposed to be on the grind, that we're supposed to be working hard, that we're supposed to.
There's stress. We got to deal with these stressful people, and it's blah blah blah.
And perfectionism is a dis-ease with life because nothing is ever enough. And that's BS. That's a belief system that keeps us unhappy. And the most powerful tool we have in life is choice. I have in every minute the prerogative to take a breath and say, do I feel good right now? And if I'm not feeling good, why?
It's the mind. The mind gets in the way, right?
Exactly. What am I thinking about that is bringing me down? And if I start the day every day listening to, no offense, the news, and there's all bad news, and we ask for the bad news, so it's not the fault of the media. It brings us down first thing. Or when you wake up and you think, oh, I didn't do this, or I got to do this, and I don't want to do this, or who done me wrong, and who do I need to get revenge with? That habit, or complaining habit, brings us to a place of unhappiness. So we have the choice every morning to wake up and go, what am I grateful for right now?
And you know what, and not to interrupt because our time is so fleeting.
I know, that's why I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
Right, but here's the thing, too, that I've sort of experienced, that when I look back, even a year ago, oh, I see, that happened so I could be doing this. Oh, okay, I was unhappy that day, or was super mad, or I felt that somebody did me wrong, but actually they did this. But let me ask you, in the last couple of seconds, suppose, like, we've got a lot of stuff that we really deal with. I mean, there are people out here who are really hurting, that, you know, they've lost jobs, victims of crime, lost kids, lost parents, all that. So how do we navigate that? Because it's not always happy.
Absolutely. There's a couple things. One, I say a day doesn't know what a year does, or a year knows what a day doesn't. So I trust and I choose to believe. Einstein says the most important question human beings have to answer is the universe friendly or not? And you can look at the news and say, it's not friendly, it's random, you know, shift happens all the time and I'm unhappy. Or you can say, you know, there's always a good reason for something. And I choose to believe that everything that happens for me is for my divine and best good. And when I do that, life is a joyride.
I remember my dad one time saying, bless his heart, it was something really terrible that happened. He said, man, I can't wait to see the good that comes out of it.
That's exactly
that was his
what I
attitude, so I love it. It has been such a pleasure talking with you. So Dr. Marissa has an event this weekend. Here's all the information. It's the Think and Grow Rich event. It's on Blair Road, Saturday, March 6th, 3 to 5. My sense is that you'll be there way longer afterwards with people wanting to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for spending some time with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All righty. We'll be right back.
Tonight, we're wrapping up Women's History Month with a story about a woman whose mission is to spread happiness. Dr. Marissa Pei is a survivor of childhood trauma and a reformed tiger mom. She's an accomplished woman who has endured hardship, but she says she's also found a path to happiness.
I'm Dr. Marissa, and I'm making history in spreading happiness. I was born in a little town, a little German town in Canada. My parents came from China, and they wanted me to blend in as much as possible, so I was told, don't speak Chinese. So I learned actually to lie about who I was. People would say, are you Hawaiian? And I'd say, yes, because Chinese was just not a good thing to be. I had a tiger mom, and in an effort to motivate me, she would say that I was fat, that I was ugly, and that I was clumsy. To prove she was wrong, I started modeling and I dropped 40 pounds in like less than a year, and unhealthy. I was constantly trying to prove that voice wrong.
And this is a show about hope and how to be happy.
So that began my own journey to shift from blaming to, wait a minute, there is a role in pain in life. And what I've realized is pain in life chisels us into more and more good, more and more expansion, and more beauty. Yes, now I am known as the Asian Oprah, And the first time someone called me that, I went, oh, whoa, way too big shoes to step into. One of my teachers is Michael Bernard Beckwith, and he's a very good friend of Oprah's, introduced me to Oprah as this is the Asian Oprah. And I'm like, and she looked at me, and she looked down, she looked at me, smiled, and said, nice pants.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah, reporting live.
When I say this is Dr. Marissa reporting, also known as the Asian Oprah, it just immediately sets people at ease. They laugh. It's such an honor. Many of us say, I am my own worst critic. Nobody's harder on me than I am. And my response to that is, stop it. Why are you doing that to yourself? You have to be your biggest fan, because if you can't at the end of the day say, I did a good job, who is? We don't have to constantly be angry at the things that are wrong. Why don't we choose to be happy about things that are right? We have the choice. That's our muscle. And life is so amazing if we can see it.
Dr. Marissa says the road to happiness starts with your mind, and you should end your day by reminding yourself of 8 things you successfully accomplished.
I hope you enjoyed that. And as I said, it's one of those practicing what I teach. Usually I don't like seeing myself because of my hypercritic that tells me, oh, look at that, or you shouldn't have said that, or you shouldn't have done that. But I'm so grateful that I know that my critic, internal critic, is really not who I am. It's just that voice of chatter, and it's my job to say, thank you very much, have a seat. And that's one of the tools in getting more happiness in your life. And don't go away. We're going to be right back with my guest for the last half of the show, Acupuncturist Yukari Oshima from Center for New Medicine in Irvine, California, with some great news about a new hydrogen treatment that can help with those things that are giving you temporary unhappiness in your health. So keep it tuned here to Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome back. You are tuned into Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on NBC News Radio, KCAA, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, Tiki Live, Rumble, TuneIn, Podchaser, and more. Why? Because I want the maximum splatter zone for more hope and happiness so that I can give you some good news, people, and topics that will help you be happier 88% of the time. And today is no exception. I have with me someone that I got to meet at, my friend Keiko Matsui. She was in concert at Cerritos Performing Arts Center, and y'all know that was an Asian Oprah giveaway, and I got to meet one of Keiko's friends. And so I got to talking with her, and she was kind enough to purchase one of my 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are. Got to talking and found out she was an acupuncturist, and I've never had an acupuncturist on the show before, so I'm bringing her to you, and to introduce her to you, I'd like you to give a little watch to this.
My name is Yukari Oshima. I'm an acupuncturist of the Center of New Medicine. I provide acupuncture and massages and energy medicine. So don't worry about my English. Then I will tell you something important to treating you. I touch like so many people. So my hands, I can taste. So I can tell when I touch your body, where is your body is healthy about the cellular level, and then not healthy, or how much you hold the waste product in the body. Then I can move your blood, body fluid, and the energy in the body. For example, like I treat you like you are a windmill. So my job, like I try to find the right location on the windmill to get know the angle, and then how much I put the air. Then you order the windmill to run by itself. So many people ask me how often you have to see me. So depends the windmill about your body. So if you're so healthy, when I find out the location, you can run so smoothly and keep running by itself. So you have an energy to heal, so you're gonna be fine. But if your body is a little bit weaker or it's not healthy, so you will stop very soon. That I have to put the air again to make your body run. So that's I do. I'm a Japanese, so I moved here year 2000. I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids, and then I was athlete in Japan. I did fencing. I was in the rank 6th in Japan when I was young. So I love to help people since I was little. So I helped so many people with the massages. So in Japan, the massage is very, very therapeutic. That's I do. I've doing since I was little. So I have a very passion about to help people. So let me help you to with my best. So this is my Yukari Oshima. I'm an Acupuncturist, Center of New Medicine. Thank you so much.
And now I have her in person. Please welcome to my studio, Yukari Oshima.
How are you? Thank you so much for having me today.
Arigato.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much.
That's the only Japanese that I know. But it's wonderful to have you here in studio. And let me know why people go to an acupuncturist. What kinds of things can you help people with needles?
Yes, actually, acupuncture is old, ancient wisdom from China. So people doesn't have Western doctors back then, of course not. And then they try to enhance your healing function in your DNA. So activate by the needle stimulation to lift it up your healing. Yeah, any kind of things like a muscular, blood, the even energy, internal organs, so all kind of stuff.
All kinds of things. So it's based, as I understand it, on a energy meridian system. And you actually use the needles to release pressure in those areas or to realign. How do the needles affect?
Yes, actually the microscopic level, I create the trauma. So thin needles, it doesn't cause any problems. Sometimes, only a few times in the 100 needles, it may cause bruises because I put the needles. So some tissue weaker, it doesn't close. But otherwise, so thin, once I take it out needles, it closes right away. So, but stimulation for the micro trauma to make like a electrical sensation, like almost lightning, small lightning to the body, to activate your energy to wake them up.
So when you have muscle pain, let's start with muscle pain.
Yes.
So somebody would come to you if they have lower back pain or they strain their shoulder, then take me through the treatment. How would you treat them?
First, my background is physical education. So I know your body's alignment. So also I touch so many people, over the 4,000 for easy. So almost 40,000. I mean, so 40,000. So
40,000 people.
Yeah, at least.
You don't look old enough for that.
I'm 55. Yeah, luckily I was working for the so busy offices, so many. Even I do the acupuncture for the animals. So I touch so many, and then I can tell how the energy works. For example, if you touch every day more than 8 hours, over 10 more than years, vegetables, fruits, you can get to know which is like a healthy, fresh vegetables,
So the
kind of thing.
experience. Yeah. So the 440,000 touches have made you easily. I should have had you check me out while we
Yes,
were at
yes.
Cerritos.
Yes.
I didn't make the connection. So, all right. So that is your first main what you do.
Yes.
Now, it was interesting. You were in the Olympics. Is that
No.
So what was that? You were in Japan as a fencer?
Yeah, I was fencing, but I was the last tournament for go to the junior Olympics, but I couldn't make it. I was a eighth. Then the sixth you can go, but I was number 8. Back then.
Still, that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Now, did you know when you were a kid that you wanted to do acupuncture and be an acupuncturist? No. So, what happened that you became who you are?
Yes, actually, I got a green card by Lotto. Like I'm a Japanese minority, then I can apply for the lottery for the green card here.
Oh, wonderful! And
Yeah,
so
then
when
I
did
was
you come?
a winner. I'm sorry.
Yay! When did you come over?
Year of 2000.
2000. Great. So you came and then you decided to do acupuncture when you got here.
Yes, actually back then I didn't speak English. Then, but I have a hand skill. I was already working for the people in a retirement home, give them like rehabilitation. So then I want to go to the school to apply for my skill. But first I went to the massage school. Yeah, after that I went to the acupuncture school.
Beautiful, beautiful. So not only do you do acupuncture, you're also involved in a relatively new health area that has to do with water.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yes, actually I met introduced by my patient. One product hold a lot of hydrogen gas in it, which I was always interested about how you be healthier from the very sick without like a side effect. So that actually very common in Japan. Everybody know. So people use commonly right now. Started like about 10 years ago in Japan, but nobody knows here. So my patient told me one company, one of the best quality of the hydrogen water, the company came here. And I thought, I just said, let me try. I just tried everything. And then I tried for my patient, excellent. So I brought to the Center for New Medicine in Irvine for the cancer center. People really, really need a great help, but they are already weak. You cannot do so much aggressive treatment, but they want to get better. Very effective, very effective.
Okay. So I'm going to put up a little
Yes.
here. So walk me through this sheet.
Yes, actually, this is a new study for the hydrogenized treatment we call hydrogenized medicine, which is a gas is hydrogen is the most smallest atom in the whole universe. So small, we can have a container to keep it. So that's why we couldn't have any kind of the treatment except like industrial area or very serious medical procedure, something like that. But right now, the company able to make some container to able to keep it. So that's why we can use for the regular people like us. The hydrogen itself, full of the negative ionized. So being sick is we call like a free radicals. So like a rusted body from the oxygen. So our body is always rusted. They're getting older. The healthy cell break, pop. So that's why it ruin our health, even aging. So hydrogen attached to the free radicals to become a non-toxin substance, which is going to be H2O.
Got
So
it.
it helps obesity from everything, you name it.
Yeah, I see it. Obesity, inflammation, ulcers, neuromuscular diseases, skin orders, metabolic diseases, infections, sepsis, cancer, neurodegenerative diseases, radiation effects, cardiovascular diseases. That's a lot that it can help. That's
Yes.
a lot of benefit to this. So I actually have a picture.
Yeah.
You want to explain the difference, what happened to Howard?
Yes. Actually, this is done by my friend. Her name is Janelle in Hawaii. A friend of mine, Kathy. She brought that the Janelle is a wonderful massage therapist. She want to learn for the hydrogenated water what I created. So I made it up for the package of the water to put into the warm water to keep it warm. Only what she did for him is a pour over his body. Only for 5 packages. Every week,
And then
once a
what
week.
happened? What happened to him?
Yeah,
So
actually,
show me he looks like he is straighter,
yeah,
right?
yeah, even taller and younger.
And taller and younger looking. And this is by pouring that water all of him.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that drinking water, the company create as a drinking water. The package of the 200 milliliter, half cup or something like that, but full of the hydrogen. It's not so many. You're gonna see in the United States for the hydrogen water product, even tablet or machine. But not so many company able to put into the hydrogen gas stay longer that much amount. So this company have a patent. So much in it. Even though pour to the glass of the water, the water from packages, even 3 hours they hold the half of the hydrogen gas in it. It's impossible for other company because hydrogen is so tiny, it's escape like a smoke.
So this is different than alkaline water, right?
Yeah, totally different.
This is totally different. This is actually putting hydrogen in water.
Yes.
So that, have they done clinical studies on this?
Yes.
Okay.
By the high alkaline water, the pH is more like more than 7, which is 7 is a neutral. It's a water. And alkaline is sometimes 8.5, 9, something like that. But this particular water I'm using for the treatment is a 7, neutral.
Wow.
Then actually I have some study from some outside of the world-class lab in US. So they use the hydrogen water, how it works for the human cells, brain, heart, the liver, intestine type of thing. So it's all kind of cells with free radical put into the inside and the cells break. But they put the hydrogen water won't break. Even though breaking like a sicky cells, it repair. So that's actually the hydrogen water study. Even though the medical journal, you can find so many over 1,000 a study. But they use some study use this particular company's water because this company's water actually you can use for the study. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So if you're wondering who I am chatting with today, her name is Yukari Oshima. She's an acupuncturist plus an expert in using hydrogen to help our good health. And if you want to get a hold of her and find out more about the things that she's talking about, go for an acupuncture treatment, hydrogen treatment. Yukari, tell us how people can find you.
Yeah, please text me. Because when I have a patient, I can answer. But I don't have a website, unfortunately. So my number is, can I tell right now?
Yes,
It's okay?
yes, absolutely.
My number is 949-981-7281. Please text me, and then I can return you. So you can see me at the Center for New Medicine in Irvine.
Center for New Medicine. So I put her number by her name. If you'd like to follow up with Yukari on acupuncture or the water treatments, you can find her. And the number is on her name. So tell me more about the treatments.
Yes, I created hydrated water therapy. I warm up the hydrated water in the water, warm water, lukewarm water, like about 104 degree, to like heat it up and pour the water over the body. It's amazing that you are able to see sometimes, to me like all the time, but sometimes for excellent result, especially the like a cell become a healthier from a sick, which is the depends on condition, depend on person. So cannot guarantee everything, but you should try because it's so safe. So you can use you can do anybody. It's not only the practitioners. Yeah, regular people are able to do that.
So they would come to you and you would pour the water over them, and your body actually retains the health benefits from the hydrogen. Is that
Correct.
what I'm understanding?
Correct.
Actually, I think we have a little clip here to show exactly what you do with your patients to help them with the hydrogen. Let's take a look.
I would like to tell you a little bit about the wonderful, beautiful young lady who actually began this hydrogenized water therapy treatment. Her name is Yukari Oshima, and Yukari is a acupuncturist. She is also a massage therapist and an energy healer of various modalities. She's been doing this for many, many, many years. And she is one of the most incredible body workers I've had the opportunity to experience. She is a mother of two. She was born and raised in Japan and attended the universities in Japan. I think she has more degrees than most people I know. And she came to the United States with her children, where she studied actually acupuncture here, and energy healing, body talk, Reiki, Prado, and pranic healing. So if there is anyone that could be better qualified than Yukari to show us how this wonderful process works, I don't know who it is. So without any further ado, let's watch a demonstration right now of Yukari doing a treatment on one of her patients.
For those who are listening and not watching, I'll just explain. This is the Izumio hydrogenated water treatment. It's been shown to help with weight management and obesity. Hydrogenated water has been shown to also help with focus by reducing infrared light, helps activate ATP, reduces oxidative stress on cells, and supports healthy cell functioning. It's safe and non-toxic. Many cancer patients and performance sports athletes use Izumio hydrogenated water therapy. Okay, cool. So you have her number there. You can text her with that. We're out of time as usual. This goes very quickly, but I'm sure we'll have her on again to talk about more health benefits.
Yes.
And the last question that I always ask my guests is, to who or what are you most grateful for? To who or what are you most grateful for?
Right now, at this point, I can provide some help for my patient. They really need a help, and they're so happy. They smile. They're shining after the session. Then give me the money, and then I can support my future and then my daughters.
So you're grateful for your clients,
Yes.
who are getting benefits. And how many daughters do you have?
2.
2 daughters. Wow, just like me. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best. And everybody can find Yukari again at the Center for New Medicine in Irvine, California, where if you're having any of those issues that we talked about before, whether it's for obesity as well as stroke or skin disorders, all of that, you can go find Yukari Oshima at the Center for New Medicine. All right. Thank you so much for coming to my studio. And I wish you the very best in your practice and helping people feel better. This is Dr. Marissa reporting live from her living room during the pandemic on Take My Advice. I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KZAA. And don't forget, tomorrow is Caller and Compliment Tuesday. So make sure you call in at 888-909-1050 if you have any questions for Dr. Marissa, the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura, and I'll help you with your happiness 88% of the time. Now remember, it's all about balance. Yukari, can you do this with me? Peace in, peace out. World peace through inner peace. Go forth and multiply the good health that you are, and have the best day ever.